Apple App Store has banned Metaquotes. This means you can no longer download Metatrader 4 or 5 from the App Store. So what does that mean? If you don't have the app right now, you actually cannot download it and make trades on your phone anymore. This new development has the whole entire Forex industry bustling, trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Because a lot of these YouTubers out here are having people take trades on their phone. So why did they get banned? In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly why. Did it have to do with Russia and Ukraine? Is Forex gonna be banned in the United States? Did the US come up with more regulations for the Forex industry? All these questions will be answered in this video. Now, if you watch all the way to the end of this video, I'm gonna show you how you're gonna get the opportunity to win $50 in Bitcoin. I'm gonna be giving away $50 to someone who does something that I'll show you how to do at the end of this video. So watch all the way to the end so you get a chance to win as well. If you have an Android, Metatrader is still on the Google Play Store. This literally has people on Twitter selling their phones with Metatrader on them for thousands of dollars. Also, I'm gonna show you in this video a solution to this new development. Because in my opinion, Metatrader is completely outdated and they're going to be replaced by something better because they haven't stayed up with the times. And honestly, this may be a blessing in disguise if you are a trader. Now, if you go across YouTube and you're searching Metatrader got banned, you're gonna find a lot of people trying to explain to you why this happened. They're gonna tell you, oh, I've got insider information. The Russians, the United States banned it because of Russia. It's a Ukraine-Russia conflict. But really what this comes down to is the fact that Metatrader is allowing people to get scammed on their platform. So here's how the scam works. Someone gets a hold of you, this scammer gets a hold of someone and they say, hey, I'm gonna help you invest your money. And so what they do, they get this person to believe that if they invest with them, that they're gonna make all this money. And then what they do, they go into Metatrader, they get a fake account created, they make it look live, and then they show fake trades which they can manipulate behind the scenes to make it look like the account is gaining equity over time. Well, the person who's investing sees that initial investment paying off, which it really isn't paying off, it's just fake numbers, and then they go, hey, here's more money. And then eventually the scammer will run off with the money. Now, just a couple weeks ago, Forbes detailed an article where someone was scammed for over $1 million with this scheme. So Metatrader isn't actually the broker, they're just offering the license for their platform to be able to place the trades. And since this ban on the Apple Store, we've actually found that there is an even better platform. Honestly, it's better in every way. You're gonna be blown away with this. It's actually, I think, in my opinion, it's gonna take over the Forex industry because we have all these people using outdated Metatrader because they don't realize that there's better platforms out there. But Metatrader is so popular that everyone is using it and all the brokers will connect to it. But Sage has actually taken this information and we're developing right now a way to actually trade with a platform called CTrader. And we're gonna have tutorials coming out very soon to show you exactly how to use CTrader and how it can help you make more money when you trade. So the Global Anti-Scam Organization has detailed how Metatrader is allowing a plugin called a virtual dealer. And this is allowing people to place fictitious trades and make them look real, which is something that I've shown from some other channels on YouTube that they're doing. So with this virtual dealer, you can manipulate the price, you can manipulate the account balances, wins or losses, and you can make it all look very real so that people think that you're actually making a great return on their investment. So there's a couple solutions to this. First of all, you can just trade on your desktop. Metatrader is not banned in the US. You can still use Metatrader, but the writing on the wall is showing that this may not last for very long. So I would start looking for other things, which is why we're setting up CTrader right now for people that are involved with Sage FX, because we want to be ahead of the times and make sure, just in case, because this is a Russian company. Metaquotes is a Russian company, so things have been escalating with Russia, so we may get to the point where we're not able to use anything that's from Russia. But at this moment in time, you can still use Metatrader on your computer. And I honestly, if you don't have a desktop or a laptop, you probably shouldn't be spending your money with trading anyway. You should focus on getting your life together enough that you have a computer. I know that sounds ridiculous, but if you can afford a phone, you can afford to have a laptop or a desktop. So just place trades on your computer. That's the way I trade. I think it's a lot easier to be able to look at the charts and be able to place a trade. I use 2 different screens. You don't have to use 2 screens, but it makes it a little easier. But to try to do everything on your phone is just insane to me. So the second solution is to find another trading platform that we can use. And like I said, we've come across CTrader. Now we're just getting into it. We're just making sure that we can get everything mitigated over to SageFX so you can trade with them as well. And Metatrader is still working fine right now, but I think that you should be smart and you should not put all your eggs in one basket. So in my opinion, Metatrader needs serious updating. I mean, it's literally like you feel like you're trading back in the 90s or something. It's like they haven't put any of the time and energy that, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people using Metatrader, and they haven't really put any time and energy into making it better over time. So in conclusion, Apple has banned Metatrader, but there are ways to get around this. You can use Metatrader on your computer or your desktop, on your laptop, or if you already have it, you can still place the trades. If you already have the app on your phone, you can still place trades. But this is like a serious new development. So anyways, I hope that gave you some updated information. No, this isn't just having to do with Russia and it's a Russian company. This has more to do with the fact that Metatrader was allowing people to scam other people on their platform with this virtual dealer, which has cost people a lot of money, which has led to publicity, and Metatrader hasn't been very good about their PR. Now, like I said, if you watched all the way to this point in the video, give me a like. I'm actually gonna pick one of my subscribers who leaves a comment on this video, and I'm gonna send you $50 in Bitcoin. Just by liking, sharing, and commenting and being a subscriber, you're gonna be entered to win that $50 in Bitcoin. So watch for the next video. I will name the winner of that $50. Also, if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to my TikTok and my Instagram. Now, I'm just starting to use these platforms, but I'm realizing that in 2022, short form videos are getting very, very popular. So I'm gonna start utilizing more short videos as well. Thanks for stopping by this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.